Hey, how you feeling? You got John Riggs here with a new product. I wanted to test this out. This is a pretty hefty ordeal here. This is called the QUADHANDS Helping Hands. It's basically a thing to hold your circuit boards when you're soldering them. Now, before I used that, I literally used these. I know my daughter draws on them and stuff. I have 4 of these little NEC boxes. I got them from a security friend of mine who used to install security cameras, but he had these laying around. And I also use these to put my circuit boards straight on top of them so I'm not hunched all the way over at my table. That way I can get a nice clean line to them. So before all that, I was using these, and the people over at QUADHANDS said, hey, we think you would like to review one of these. What do you think? And I said, boy, buddy, I need all the help I can get. So we're going to check this out, and let's check it out. Now, full disclosure from QUADHANDS, this is not a paid endorsement. I'm not being paid anything for this. However, I did receive this gifted for the use of this channel. So let's go ahead and check it out. We got to put it together first. And here we have, looks like we got a little bit of everything. Here's the hands here. Nice bendable stuff. Those are definitely the hands. And here's this. And here is the QUADHANDS base. Oh, this is a hefty piece of metal here. This is great. This thing's not going to be sliding around or anything. This is fantastic. Look at this. All right, all right. I am one who does follow the instructions. Only wanted to put together once, you know. Instructions. My favorite kind of instructions, just one page. Here you go. Pop them in place. Put the little rubber things on the bottom, screw them in deal, and we'll be all right. I'm not one who uses my teeth to open up packages. I don't mind just using scissors. Come on now. No, I don't have much of a sense of smell, but I can certainly smell these. And these are like car tire. It has that same, like the same material that cars' tires are made out of, smell to them. I think too many years of smelling Brasso will do that to you. All right, this is a tight squeeze for these screws, and I still have to pop them in place. Because these are floppy, there's no reason to disassemble it, probably ever. So I'd say you could just tighten these screws as much as you want. All right, here it is. And then here is the assembled QUADHANDS. This is the original. There's a couple of different variants as well, but when you go to the website, quadhands.com, you'll see a couple of different options you can choose from. When they reached out to me and said, like, well, which one would you like? I was like, just send me whatever. I'm down to try any of them. Has these little roach clips here. Come on now. Got the Dr. Octopus thing going on here. Now, we're going to give it a shot in real time. I do have a circuit board here. This is a TX ROM, and I don't want to clip it to the pins or anywhere where it would damage the board. It's okay to clip it to the board. I just don't want to clip it here. You know, I don't want to clip it where I'm like, you know, ruining anything over here. All right, now that was awesome. I was able to it was away from my face. The solder fumes didn't go up in my nose or anything like that. And it didn't move around. Like, it didn't slide around like it did when I was trying to position it on a box and, you know, I'm pushing one side and hitting the thing with the other. I have another chip. I need to put it on the other side. And I don't know if I can just as easily kind of flip it around. So I may have to. Right, so with the CIC, it was too deep to grab onto with a little clippy thing. Which I know is a huge technical term now. However, what I did was I still held it in place, but then this one over here propped it up in place. Now, this little chip here likes to slide and fall out anyway. So something like that, you might have to put it in there, bend 2 of the pins on either side. A lot of old Nintendo games had that, like, you know, pin 1 and pin 18 or something like that were bent, so they wouldn't slip out and fall out or anything like that. So, but for this one, I just kind of propped that in place so it wouldn't fall out. that's kind of a creative way of using it. And now let me look at the front side, because there's one thing I still have to kind of put in place, and I still have to put in the other chips, but I want to have this thing be done right quick, and all I gotta do is just, I know I gotta put windows on them. I know. This guy right here needs a solder bridge. Not an alter bridge, a solder bridge. Like that. What? Like that. What? Like that. What? Come on, you. Like that. What? There we go. All right, now, this will play in a top loader. I want to add the other stuff to it before I put it in the cart. However, this is done. All right, so what do I think of the quad hands? Well, I think you can probably put a Dr. Octopus figure there and have these, I like it, is the thing. I used it then. I think it works great. These are very responsive. However, I have the slightest fear I will clip them in place and then accidentally move something, or I'm positioning it while it's in place and then it might scrape and maybe take a trace with it or something like that. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be extra careful with this, of course, but I dig it. I have no complaints about this at all. Is it better or worse than the other little circuit board holder that I have that kind of accordions the thing in place and sets it there? I'm gonna use both of these. I wanna use this too, and then the other one, they both have, I don't know about pros and cons, they're both pros, and they both get essentially the same job done. But this, I can see how this can be handy, especially with holding the chips in place. Now, is the chip going to be damaged if I'm clipping onto the clip and the circuit board at the same time? You might know more than I would. Certainly let me know in the comments, because I certainly don't want it happening, down the line. I don't think it would, because it's just in place. However, you might know better than me. So I like this one a lot. I like the other one I have too, but I'm going to use both of them. But I can see a lot of benefit to this one, especially with how sturdy and how, there's like little slip-proof made out of tires material, whatever that stuff's called, at the base of the unit here too. So I dig it, and again, big thanks to Quad Hands. If you want something like this for your tinkering, certainly check out a link in the description below, and again, thank you to them for providing me one of these so I can show you in a video, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and always more tech videos coming up. I know that's the funny thing, it's the irony. I love doing tech videos. I'm not technically savvy. I don't have an electronics engineering degree, but I love tinkering with stuff, and I love making repros, and I love making hacks, and I love fixing old video games. This thing is going to come in handy. So thank you, Quad Hands, again, link in the description below if you want to find out how you can get yours, all right? Till next video, take care. Hey, we'll see you later, all right?